Hi YouTube, my name is Eric. If you haven't clicked the like and subscribe button yet, click the like and subscribe button right down there. My name is Eric, and I have a channel that's based around addiction, mental health, mental illness, depression, anxiety, suicide awareness, and making it through everyday life. Why? Because I'm an addict. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I deal with PTSD, ADHD, depression, anxiety on a daily basis, and no journey's worth going alone. So click the like and subscribe button, and let's do this together. Hey YouTube, I'm going to share on a subject that has been asked me a lot, and that's, how to talk to your man in your life about his anxiety or his depression, mental illness. And these are really my tips on how to talk to your man in your life, whether it's your husband, fiance, boyfriend, on this subject. Because let's face it, we as guys don't share this shit. We don't just sit down, hey honey, guess what? I'm fucking depressed. We don't do it. My example of this is how we don't do this. This past year, I lost a father and a wife to suicide. Depression can run in many different forms and many different ways. It can be financial, it can be family, it can be work, it can be genetics is a good one that is actually true and been proven where it's passed down. My father committed suicide, my grandfather suffered from depression. Other thing that it can be due to is substance abuse. I was a raging alcoholic. When I drank, I became extremely manic depressive. I became very open about my depression, but in a very negative way that didn't help anybody. In fact, I'm glad I didn't own a gun because I would have killed myself. And this past year in September, I got to a very dark place though, and I didn't share with my wife of what was going on because we as guys don't share this shit. We don't just here it all is and this is what it is because we don't want to burden you with our problems. We have an ego too that we're supposed to take care of it ourselves, yet we can't figure out in our brain how to fucking do that. September of this past year, I got to the point that I wanted to take my life. I sat down and talked to my wife even after the fact. The only thing that literally saved my life in September from taking it, I had it all planned out. I was going to hang myself. Is the fact that there was some vodka in the house. My wife knows that I'm a recovering addict, and she actually emptied it out and put water in it. If it wasn't for that, I had the whole thing down. And when I went, part of my plan was to drink the vodka before I got on the step stool to hang myself. The bottle was ice, and I knew that there was a reason that I wasn't doing this, and I snapped out of it. And the first thing I did actually was call my wife and say, there's a fucking problem. I'm in a very, very fucking bad place, and I know what could lead next, and I know where I was going with this. And I shared it with her, very open about it with her. Amazing what happened when I got the shit off my chest. Amazing what happened. And we fucking made it through it together. But where I got mentally is I don't want to share this at first. Most of us guys, we don't want to share this shit. It's ours to hold on to in a sense because we don't want to put the fucking problem on you. We want to take care of it. We want to protect you. Even though we might not be able to open up the goddamn window and look outside the fucking window because we don't want to make it outside the fucking door. Here's how you help us because it's fucking hard to do. This is not easy to do. It's not easy to break those walls down with us because you're going to ask us, hey, how are you doing, honey? This is what you're going to get. I'm fine. No, something's wrong. I'm just tired. I mean, we're going to blow this off. We're not going to typically sit down with you and have a conversation at dinner. Hey, honey, guess what? I'm suffering from depression and anxiety right now. Shut myself off from all my friends. I'm not doing any of the things that I enjoy anymore. I'm not leaving the house when you're not here. And I'm in a really dark place. I need your help. We don't do that as guys. The reason we also don't do that as guys is, let's face it, in a relationship, we want to help each other. And in a sense, we try to fix each other, which is the worst thing we can do. I'm still guilty of this shit. And I really try on a daily basis with my wife not to be. When we talk, especially when it comes to mental illness, mental health, depression, anxiety, and you're talking to your man about it, listen for the sake of listening. Don't listen for the sake of replying and fixing. What I mean by that is if we start to share, don't try and fix the problem. Listen to us. Just let us get it off our chest. That's why sometimes we have to go out and hang out with our boys or hang out with some of our close friends because some of my close friends I'm very tight with. And I will share with them how I'm feeling inside. And it's a vent factor. It's a release it off my chest factor. I can do that with you also. If I'm doing it with you, I can't have you trying to fix it and come up with these solutions and problems. The reason I'm sharing it all is because I'm trying to fix it all and solve it all in my brain. And sometimes I just need that stress release. I need that release valve to blow off some of that steam in a sense. And you can tell when we're starting to get stressed out, and it becomes those questions that a lot of times you'll see, especially if we're lashing back out in anger, if we're having trouble sexually, if we're having trouble focusing, if it seems like we're very distant, it's typically because we're fighting a fucking war in our head and we don't know how to share it. We as guys aren't given that book of here's how to share our fucking feelings. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor. I've just fucking have been there. I know what it's like to place the fucking steps right by the fucking rope and go, I'm going to hang myself because this is the only fucking solution, and it's not, and it's worth that fight. And we got to do it together. So when you're listening to your husband, you're listening to your boyfriend talk, let him just share and talk with you and give him words of encouragement. Don't beat him down. Get him, the more that you encourage us and the more that you don't stroke our ego, but that you're willing just to listen and listen, not just yeah, auto respond listening. Actually listening and being able to repeat some back to us of what we're talking about is just for clarification and understanding. You'll get us to open up tremendously more about any anxiety that we have, any depression that we have. If you're trying to fix us, we're gonna shut down just like that and we're over it. Listen for the sake of listening is the biggest tip right now I can give you on helping your husband, that man in your life, share about his depression and anxiety. Don't try and respond to it. Help us set up a doctor's appointment. Even go with us on the first doctor's appointment. You have no idea as a guy how fucking scary it is just for you and for us to go to that first appointment, because we don't want to know that there's something wrong with us. We have this stigma in our head that there can't be anything wrong with us, and if there is, we're different and we're alone. You next to us is the biggest fucking support rock there is. To look next to us and the person that we love is standing right next to us does so much and gives us so much strength and so much confidence you would never ever imagine what it can do. So go with us to our first doctor appointment. Remind us to take our meds. My wife helped me when I got to that point, because the first thing that she started going into, are you taking your meds? And I wasn't taking any of my meds. I wasn't taking any of my vitamins. I wasn't taking anything. And it was taking me to a very dark place. I didn't even realize that at the time because I was so engulfed in my depression and anxiety that I didn't take my meds. If your husband or boyfriend is taking meds and he's starting to act angry, he's starting to be distant, he's starting to have these signs of anxiety, of depression, he doesn't want to go out with his friends, he doesn't want to go out with your friends, he doesn't want to go out with you and do anything, and he is on medication, ask him and just check on him in a kind, loving way of, hey, have you been taking your meds? We need that reminder sometimes because we do forget, and it's horrible because in some cases, if we forget 2-3 days in a row, it's a snowball effect and it fucks us up. Make sure that he's taking his meds. Give us inspiration even along the way and let us know that it's okay. Let us know that it's okay to be not okay, because nobody else fucking does. Majority of the people that we work with, other guys that we're just hanging out with, everybody's gonna put on this fucking mask and pretend that it's all okay, and we look around at these other guys and go, shit, why don't I have what they have? Why can't I be happy like them? Maybe they're making more money than I am, or maybe they're not dealing with the same stress in life that I am, or maybe I'm just fucking depressed and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me and everybody seems so happy. Be that rock for us and give us that support and remind us that it's okay. Give us those words of encouragement that it's okay, because when I come home and I'm having a horrible day and my wife looks at me and goes, hey, it's all right, we're gonna get through this together. Fuck, my God, my chest just lifts weight off of it. And I give her a big hug and I give her a big kiss, because it lets me know that it is all right. It is all right to be not all right sometimes. You know, help us go outside, help us do physical activities, because a lot of times if we've changed our pattern and we're not doing the physical activities that we used to do, whether it was jogging, working out, just going outside, doing errands, doing yard work, there's something wrong with us. And that's a way to help bring up the conversation with us and then help us. If we're supposed to be doing yard work, hey, honey, come on and let's go do yard work. It might be met with some resistance. It might be met with a lot of no's. Don't give up. Don't give up, because you will wear us down, believe me, and we'll get to the point that it starts to click in our brain that we need to go out, we need to do this, and it's good for us. And then once we do it and we feel that breath of fresh air, oh my God, it's relieving, it's euphoric, and it lets us help snap out of that fog in our head. Help us go out with our friends, because when social anxiety kicks in, we don't want to be around anybody. I want to just sit and stare at my fucking phone. I want to stay in the bedroom. I want to hide in the bathroom even with the door shut, pretending I'm going to the bathroom just so I don't have to see anyone. Help us with that. Help coax us with it, and help us remind us that it's okay. Even go out with us. Go out to the boys' nights. Who cares? Most of our boys don't care if our girlfriends, wives, whoever come along. We're all just going to go out and have some fun. That's what it's about. So the more that you're involved and the more that you show them that you care and you help along in this process of being there for you, being that rock, being that support, and not just trying to fix it. You know, that's our biggest problem when we're trying to communicate with each other, especially when it's a sensitive subject like depression and anxiety, is trying trying to fix the problem, trying to find the source of the problem and fix it. None of us are doctors and counselors, and I can tell you this, even if we are, we're probably going to go see our own doctor and counselor, not try and fix it ourselves, because we know that we need help. Get us into that right therapy. Make sure that we're going and seeing a doctor, or help us even set up the doctor appointment. I'm terrible about that shit. But my wife reminds me, and her reminding me isn't nagging, isn't yeah. No, her telling me is, oh shit, I do need to do this because I am starting to slip here a little bit. I do need this extra support. Wives, girlfriends, fiancés, you can do this. You can be our rock. You can be our support for us. And I want you to comment down below and let me know what you've done to be able to communicate with your loved one to help him with the depression, anxiety, because so many people want to know, because we feel helpless that we can't help the person that we love, and we want to help them with all of our heart. So share below if you found a tool, you found a conversation starter that worked, because I'd love to know. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on this, because let's face it, we as guys have so many walls up that it comes with an ego. It comes with us being a man beating on our chest because we're Superman and not sharing this shit. And in return, males have the highest suicide rate. I wonder why. I hope you got something from this. Be our rock, be our support. Listen, don't listen to reply. Listen to us. Just listen to our words and let them flow into you. Understand them, comprehend them, and repeat them back to us, and it will help heal us also. So I hope that you got some out of this. It's about people helping people, and the more that we share, the more awareness that we bring, the more that we can help each other, and the more that we can make this world a better place, and the more that we can keep fighting, and we can go out that fucking front door hand in hand, knowing that we can do this and that we can take it on. So have an amazing evening. Thank you so much for watching this. Comment below, like, subscribe right there, hit the little bell button if you want notifications when I post a new video. But please comment below and let me know what you've done that's worked for you. Let everyone know that what's worked for you, because this is people helping people at the fullest. Thanks for watching. Keep doing you, and together we can do this.